Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this.
Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown. On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
And they've already clinched the playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
On first down, it's Crawford, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Jones just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing the no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Throw left side complete. That's Porter. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because, to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Wilson's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down now, it's Crawford.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And
they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Crawford. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. 6-0 our score after 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
Left side to Lamb.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll try the left side. It's Crawford, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Lance now on 1st down.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him on the
play. Took on him 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. On 2nd down, it's Crawford. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Crawford. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And his kick is good. And it will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Come on, fellas.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown.
So that challenge, a successful one.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit. On 3rd down, Crawford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Hey, check, Mike 21, check, Mike.
On third down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. To throw again on second down, Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Lance looks to throw again.
He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They go play action with Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims as time expires in the first half. And the Jets get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it will take us to the end of the first half of play. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, it's Cummings, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll air this one out from Mims. He's got a man complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. David Njoku. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
83 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. On first down, Lance.
And his throw here is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On play action, Lance.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 2nd down now. It's Cummings, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the 49ers have reached. Taking the lead.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Going for the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third and goal, Wilson. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. Fourth down, down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs. As you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On second down, it's Cummings.
124 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On second down now, it's Cummings. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point safely through, and they will take a 7-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And that'll carry. Line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. We'll check on his status when we get back. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Steps away to his left. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know.